We're joined on the Mixed Morning Show by sisters from Ecole Heritage. We've got Savannah Ulrich and also Ariele Ulrich. Good morning.
Morning.
So here you are, sisters in school together, and you guys each wrote some kids' books. I just read the kids' books. They're fantastic, by the way. Tell us, first of all, before we get to what the story is, why did you guys write these stories?
Well, when our teacher had sent us this email, it had said that there was the first place winner would get a book published. And we both thought it was quite a great opportunity to be able to have that experience in high school, to be able to have a chance to get a book published. This
is a great idea. So your teacher gave you information about a contest that you could enter to get your book published?
Yes.
And you both wrote books. Now, are both of your books getting published? Do you know yet?
No, it's late. It's determined in late February or late September.
So, I mean, either way, whether they get published or not, and I hope they do, because that would be very cool. You guys wrote some pretty awesome books with a great message behind them. So, Savannah, let's start with your story, The Bigger Picture. Tell us about this kid's book you wrote called The Bigger Picture.
So it follows like these pieces as they're like fighting to try and see like who's the better piece and who they should start with, and it's like representing the pieces are like all different people, so like they're all different colors, shapes, and sizes, and then like in the end they find out like you need each other to make the bigger picture. Just like in the world, you need all different people.
So, I loved it. I love the story behind it because each puzzle piece thought they were the most important.
Yes.
And isn't it kind of like life that way? So many times we think our piece of the puzzle is the most important piece, but yet what are we without the other pieces around us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you also, you illustrated this book. What was that like, illustrating and drawing all these pictures?
I thought like I was actually, I really liked it and it was fun. And like I did it with my sister and then we talked through it and we figured a whole bunch of different things out.
Yeah, very cool. Very well done. Ariele, tell us about your book called Birds.
Okay, so I had done like kind of the predator prey kind of aspect of the book. So the fox represents like predator, meaning like discrimination towards other people. So if you were to look at the birds, there's certain birds in the book who were affected by it and others who have yet to be. So it's kind of the idea that they all come together in the end to be able to fight this discrimination that's not a particular race, sex, or ethnicity, kind of why it went towards like the animal aspect of it. So it's not targeting anybody in particular, but more the general idea of it.
Well, because each bird was judged by the way they looked, right? By the fox. Yeah. And what I loved is at the end of the book, they all came together and realized that they were all being discriminated against. And they were all kind of, hey, we got a lot in common here because we're all being discriminated against. Let's work together to fight against this.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love that. And talk a bit about the illustration. Like you had to draw this forest that had a lot of different layers. It was like almost like a 3D forest that you drew.
Yeah, it took quite a bit of time, but I just kind of want to show the depth in the whole kind of scene, set the scene.
Yeah, and all the different kinds of birds. You probably had to do a lot of research to see what all these birds look like so you could actually draw them, eh?
Yes.
Awesome.
The last quote at the end with the flying, I had to Google to make sure all these birds can fly. That was one of the big aspects of it.
That's a good point. I didn't think of that. Yeah, you need continuity in the story because, if you've got a bird that normally doesn't fly, you'd be like, why is that ostrich in the air or whatever it is, right? There's a lot to think about when you make these stories. Also, you also have to think of the audience that you're writing this for. How was that like, because you guys are both teenagers, but this book isn't written for a teenager. So how did you stay in the frame of mind of who you're writing the story for?
Well, we did have quite a bit of help from our teacher to kind of like make the story more for the younger kids. But yeah, we were kind of targeting more because we both have, like we have a lot of younger siblings. So you're kind of trying to make it for them. So you like look at other children's books who are reading some other ones and kind of viewing how they progressed and make it for younger children.
That's very cool. So I've had a chance to read a copy of these books. We can't share them anywhere because they're in this contest and it's all property of the contest. So what happens if you win?
So it says there's like 3 places. So the first place is you get $3,000 as like a kind of like a scholarship. And then your book is published and your school gets $500 and the teacher who helped you gets $500. And then second is $1,500 and then third is $500. But only the first place gets their book published.
Yeah. Hey, do you know when the decision's being made?
Well, at the end of May, we find out if we make the top 10. And then in September, they hold the award ceremony, and then it'll tell you which place you're in.
In September?
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Well, you guys did a great job on these books. Thank you for sharing the stories with us. And I can't wait to either get a published copy in my hand or till we can share these stories with everyone, because you guys just did such a great job. Congratulations.
Thank you.